Good afternoon, traders. It is about 3:56 here in the afternoon on Monday, and the market's about to close in a few minutes here. So I'm going to be looking for some aftermarket trades or trade to take, if there's a good setup, of course. And we saw ACY go up over 1,000% earlier, and it's interesting to see how it came out of the halt. I wasn't in. I did take some trades on it earlier, way before this run, and actually lost money. Just on like a ABCD setup, but yeah, this thing halted around 11:05. It didn't come out of halt until almost 3 p.m. I mean, that sucks for people that were sitting there waiting for this thing. I know if I was stuck in it up here on this candle, I would have been waiting too, but it's unlikely I would have been in it that long if I would have gotten in it, because I would have never jumped in up here for sure. And let me see. Yeah, the entry that I liked is right here, which of course I wasn't trading then, so I didn't take. And then I probably would have gotten chopped out right here for my remaining shares. If not the very latest here. There's no way I would have been in it this high. And so that, I mean, that's one way to keep yourself, or I guess if you have a ton of shares and you keep scaling out, as long as by the time this happens you only have a tenth of your shares left, or a 20th of your shares left, something like that, this is not going to hurt you. But if you're just holding and hoping that this thing just continues on with all your shares or even half your shares, that's really risky, because eventually this thing's got to pull back, and once you're in a halt you got to sit on it for a long time. So I'm sure that, some people probably had like a stop loss maybe set right here for the low of this candle. And when this thing resumed, it opened up at $20. So more than likely those stop losses didn't get filled. And then this thing never really got back up above 20, it looks like. So anyway, anyone that's watching this that traded it, I hope you made out okay. And if not, I hope you at least learned something, and you didn't go like all in or YOLO trade this thing, because as long as you're trading every trade with a reasonable amount, no trade should kill you no matter what happens, unless you're shorting, of course. But excuse me. So let's see. The market's about to close here. We got about a minute and 10 seconds. Let me just make sure. I don't think I cleared my aftermarket watch list. So let's get that cleaned out. No, that's clear. And I could take up to 2 trades, and that's it. Generally, I only take 1 if I get a good trade, and then if I get like shaken out and it gives me another good entry, I might take 2. So I'm going to set this to after hours. This is the after hours from yesterday, or from Friday, I guess. And you can see ACY was the top earner on in the after hours. Don't let that fool you, though. If you're new, that's not a guarantee that like the next day it's going to go crazy. And sometimes it's the top gainer in the after hours and it just sells off in the pre-market the next day. So you just have to watch the chart, see what happens, wait for a good setup. So less than 10 seconds now. So I always have my laptop open as well with the exact same list up, and I just kind of watch them both. You're looking at my desktop, and I watch them both to see which one resets first. All right, so the market is closed. All right, so my laptop refresh first. There we go. I have to organize by percent because volume doesn't work in the after hours. But I'm still waiting for the thing to say aftermarket. Okay, here we go. This looks more like it on my laptop. I'm seeing SQFT. And LIVX. Let's go take a look at those. Nothing good there. ARL is kind of expensive. There's nothing there. UUU. I'm looking at my laptop if you're wondering. Okay, this could be interesting. Tried to get in there, but I missed the entry. I'm taking a big chance here. Whoa, I got filled super high. Super risky trade. My stop loss is the low of this candle. That is not a good entry at all. Be very lucky here to make any money. It looks like there's a resistance up here too. Probably gonna have to eat it on this one. That was not how to do it, boys and girls. That is a great example of what not to do. I'll be very lucky if this trade works out. I got to stay true to my stop loss, which is the bottom of this candle. To be careful scaling out because the spread is so wide that I might not. So watch the bid price, because I'll be selling at the bid. So the only way I can make money is if the bid is higher than my position. Actually, I should have a sell limit order out. See, it's not getting filled because the bid. This is not a good trade. So I'm just trying to, like, you know, make the best of a bad situation. Okay, good. All right, so I got most out there. Just holding one share now. But that's okay because that was a really, really dumb trade. I'm going to sell that last share. So this is so weird. Oh, yeah. So again, I thought I was looking at the first candle. Yeah, that was a terrible trade on my part. I'm not sure, you know, I guess you can call that FOMO or I don't know what, but as soon as I saw this thing, you know, running, I was thinking, oh man, you know, it's right near the break of that candle. Let me get in. By the time I think I got hit by the spread too, which I didn't take the time to check the spread. So that was no good. Let me see. I was down 55 cents on the day before aftermarket. So now I made 50 cents off of that trade. So I'm back close to break even. But that wasn't a good trade. It doesn't matter that it was green. It was not a very good trade. Let me just see if there's any other opportunities that may be missing. I don't think this list is accurate here because my laptop looks completely different. Let's see, IRIX. It's another one I missed, and I was tempted to get in. It's really hard to catch these runners in the aftermarket. This one doesn't quite have the volume. Although it looks like it might be coming in, I'm not sure. We'll keep it on the list at least. Yeah, it looks like... No, that's just moving up on the percent gain. Let's see, JP. It's hard to judge the volume of these things in the aftermarket. You just have to look at the candlesticks themselves. I mean, if you see dashes, that's obvious. There's no volume there. But sometimes the price moves quite a bit even without volume. So you have to be very careful. You can get rid of this. Okay, that looks terrible. And you get these big spreads. These things are really dangerous. This thing's still looking pretty strong. Just, you know, as far as it holding support. It's too bad I wasn't able to get in for the break because I'd still be holding some shares. But that spread is huge, and it's just going to keep whipping. Like if you buy right now, you're going to get filled up here, even when the price was down here. So, which is essentially what happened to me back here, is I probably bought somewhere around this area and I got filled up really high. But that was my fault for not looking at the spread. And that's the danger of this, the aftermarket trading, because you do have to kind of jump into these pretty quick. I mean, of course, you could, you know, do the right thing, which is to let this thing hit a high and wait for it to pull back. And that'll keep you from those spread issues more than likely. So I'm just looking at my laptop now because that seems to have the most reliable list. So top gainers UUU, followed by IRIX and KOSS. And there's another penny stock NMTR that's making some moves. This one just got going, but it's got some selling pressure back here. Here goes IRIX, looking like a 3-bar play, but again, look at this spread. That's really going to whip around hard. So there's a 5-minute chart entry here, but it's a pretty big stop loss. Could have got in on the pullback there, but you never know how far this thing's going to pull back. UUU just looks like it's going up and up and up, so it's not good to jump in there. This thing looks pretty choppy. It'd have to break $1 for me to be interested. Sure is a lot of volume in here. Wow, you use super low float. This thing's got a really large float size. That's a low float as well. Yeah, I think I missed the best opportunity. Maybe this one was okay too. I don't really like it though. This doesn't look like a good 3-bar play. Let me just take a look at that ARL. No, there's nothing there. I don't even know why that's... I guess just because it went up 10%. Oops, got rid of the wrong stock. Which one did I... Oh, IRIX. This thing seems to be pushing up almost out of nowhere. It does give fake breakouts, you can see right here. Now it's got a 5-cent spread. I don't like that. Yeah, I think I'm done for the aftermarket. So we just made like, I guess 50 cents there on that really bad trade. Oh, I don't know what I was thinking getting in on that, but we don't always do the best. So there it is, 50 cents. And had one win and basically a break even and then a loss on NXTD. So ended up with $1.20 from that for the day. So altogether I made $1.70 and lost $1.75. So it's a difference of 5 cents. So essentially it's a scratch for the day, which is fine because I learned, I don't know if you guys saw my previous video or 2 videos ago, but released today. I made a video talking about my strategy for entering intraday trades, which I modified as of today, made it a lot pickier and more selective, I should say. And it's going to keep me out of some of these weaker trades. Basically, the setups the patterns are strong, but the setups are on the weak side. So now I'm only going to be taking trades at the open that are both pattern strong and have a strong setup. So you check that video out and you'll find out what I'm talking about. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Let me know if you have any questions about this terrible trade or any other trade that I might have made. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow.